Hey everyone, it's Andrew from Curse here, and we're going to take a look at a hero build for everyone's favorite pink cat in Strife, Moxie, the Cosmic Defender. Upon spawning, I start off by purchasing a Clarity Shard and a Power Shard, which will be used to complete my Clerics Chalice, providing me with an additional 0.9 mana per second and will heal me for 40% of mana spent on abilities. As laning continues onward, I also like to pick up the first part of my boots and continue building towards an empowered bracer from a health and power shard. When finished, it will grant me an additional 7 power and 85 health. I will also be working on finishing off those boots into Rune Boots. Don't forget to use the Rune Boots active often since it's on a short cooldown and will restore 20% of your maximum health and mana over 3 seconds. As the game continues and gold income increases, I start to focus on my core items by starting with a Grimoire. Built from a Power Crystal, Mana Stone, and Clarity Shard, when its recipe is finished, it will grant an additional 14 power, and more importantly, will let your spells ignore 35% of your opponent's magic armor. Next, I start building either a Hexbane or a Power Conduit, depending on what I'm looking for next in my build. The Hexbane is a good utility item that will provide mana and power, and when completed will grant 110 health, and has an active that can be used to transfigure a targeted enemy for 3.5 seconds during that time in which the enemy is unable to attack or use abilities. This can work well as both an offensive and a defensive item. Or you can start towards your Power Conduit, which will provide a larger power spike built from a Power Relic, Mana Stone, and Health Crystal. The completed recipe will provide an additional 32 power, and on each kill or assist will restore 20% of your mana over 5 seconds. If you make it into the extreme late game and need to start selling off a few of your early items, I suggest building a Wizard's Hourglass for the health, power, and cooldown reduction, or build a Diadem that will provide power equal to 4.5% of your total mana. As for strategy when I'm playing Moxie, if I'm in a dual lane, I try to control the lane by harassing the enemies with my spells. When I hit level 6, I try to start fights off with my ultimate Catastrophe, surprising the enemies and can follow up quickly while they're slowed. Or while in team fights, I try to catch out as many people in Catastrophe to help provide damage and an AoE slow for my team to capitalize on. As for pet preference for Moxie, I suggest Mystic, since Mystic will provide more magic damage for Moxie and a consistent stream of mana. If you're looking for another good option, you might want to consider Tortoise. The extra survivability throughout the game can help anyone who's new while they're in lane or in team fights. Thanks for taking a look at our favorite way to play Moxie in Strife. Be sure to like this video and subscribe for more MOBA coverage. Let us know how this build works out for you, and until next time, enjoy the game.